Welcome to ChemCon TV's News Bulletin. We're kicking off our Sweet 16 season, this time from Singapore, bringing you the latest updates and insights from ChemCon Asia 2026. Here's what you can look forward to. Interviews with industry experts. Today we explore the role of AI in regulatory compliance. From tomorrow onwards, soundbites from the sessions. Every day a statement of the day and a forecast for the day. And of course our local reports, where we unravel the DNA of Singapore, also known as the city in nature. There's no better place to begin these local reports than the Mandai Wildlife Reserve. So that's exactly where I went in search of the Lion City's most formidable predator.
It's my privilege to be back at Singapore Zoo, a place that I visited almost 30 years ago and one that completely changed my view of what a zoo can do and be. Already in the 90s, Singapore Zoo was light years ahead and showing that a zoo can be far more than animals in enclosure. It was and still is a place where you can explore wildlife in a habitat that truly feels natural and where learning about animals becomes an immersive journey. This week I will be exploring Mandai together with Hazim, a wildlife experience guide. Hi Hazim.
Hello.
Hazim, despite Singapore being known as the Lion City, the largest predator that actually roamed here was the Malayan tiger.
That's right. The last roaming tiger was seen almost a century ago here in Singapore.
Cats and tigers are very playful, but unlike their cousins, tigers really love the water. What does Mandai have in place to cater for that?
Oh yes, if you look into our exhibit here, they do have a huge pool in it because it's an open exhibit concept. Now the tigers can actually have a chance to swim or soak if they want to. Now, even though you can't see tigers anymore here in Singapore, you can see them right here in Singapore Zoo. And then of course, here's a tiger for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I think we should rename Singapore to Tiger Town and instead of the Merlion, change it to the Mer Tiger.
This season on ChemCon TV we're doing our local reports a little different. As Singapore is known as the city in nature, we're linking the natural world of Mandai with downtown Singapore. Our local reporter is Chem Wei, a former naval officer. After 10 years at sea, he now shares his personal stories of Singapore through guided walking tours. Wei, welcome.
Of course, Jed. Happy to share Singapore stories. And I guess you want to find out more about tigers in Singapore.
Yes, please. And also tell us more about the statue behind you.
So, tigers in Singapore was not always just in zoos. They used to roam the streets of Singapore. In fact, in the 1840s, we had so many tigers that we were losing a man a day to tiger attacks. And here's a story that you won't forget the next time you're having the Singapore sling. In 1902, we actually had a tiger hiding under the billiard table of the Raffles Hotel, and it was hiding there until the school headmaster shot it in the head wearing his pajamas. So tigers, they used to roam the streets of Singapore. But the real beast of the bay is right behind me, the Merlion. Half lion, half fish, and is a symbol of Singapore's strength and our roots as a fishing village. But the secret that most tourists do not know about, the Merlion was not always standing here. So in 1997, we built this bridge that blocked the view of the Merlion from the open sea. Allegedly, this means blocking the flow of prosperity into Singapore. So what did Singapore do? We spent $7.5 million to move this 70-ton giant to this very spot where it can face the open sea again and where it can breathe again. And supposedly, this keeps the prosperity flowing.
The Merlion is a product of human imagination. Now you could easily mistake it for something dreamt up by AI. Which brings us to today's interview, where we explore the opportunities and challenges of AI in regulatory compliance with Prachi Joshi and Habin Park. If we look at the maturity of AI today, are we talking about a GPS or are we still working with a map and compass?
I think we are ahead of map and compass today, but we are not GPS as yet, I believe. I would, maybe in between, it's a traffic updating tool, maybe. It will predict what is ahead, but you are a driver and you should know where to move. It can only give you the idea of possibilities that certain regulations are coming in, certain substance lists are there, so it can only predict.
Okay, and your view?
I would like to split my view a little bit on what kind of works to be applied to the AI. So Chemtopia also tries many AI applications, and then, for example, the bunch of SDS input by using the AI and make it established inventory in a regulatory perspective. That kind works well, actually. So because it gives clear criteria, as I mentioned first. But for example, there is a specific substance and products, and getting decision making on the global, many countries' regulatory compliance and how to do it, it still needs decision making by the experts and interpretations. So the former one, I think it's quite close to the GPS. The latter one, we are still a little close to the map and compass yet.
The complete interview can be viewed on our website and YouTube channel, or just press the ChemCon TV button on our ChemConnect platform. For our second nature report, I went backstage at Reptopia.
This place brings back childhood memories. As a kid, my father is a biologist. We didn't have normal pets at home. We had a terrarium with poisonous frogs, lizards and geckos. So I'm happy to be at Reptopia to learn more about this place, and especially about the one you're holding.
So the gecko I'm holding is actually the Tokyo gecko. So unlike the crested gecko you're holding, which is more chill, this one is a lot more aggressive, which it has the strongest bite force of any gecko. So if it were to bite me, it'd probably draw blood, cut me open and I'll start bleeding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fortunately, this one doesn't bite.
Yep. So as a gift from us to you, I have...
Oh. Thank you very much. I'm sure this one doesn't bite. Very insightful. Let's see how this links to nature in the city.
So great to see the reptiles backstage at Mandai, but remember this, in Singapore, the ultimate backstage is the city itself. Here, we are trying to build hybrid habitats where humans, high finance and nature all live under the same zip code. Look at this sky garden on the 51st floor of Capital Spring, a building with lungs. Because this tower quite literally breathes. At its heart, a 35-meter high green oasis, wrapping through the core like a vertical rainforest, right in the middle of the financial district. And this isn't just architecture, it's policy in action. Singapore applies a brilliant rule called landscape replacement. So if you remove 1,000 square meters of nature, you must give 1,000 square meters back on the building itself. That's why the skyline grows gardens, why glass towers turn into vertical forests, and the innovation doesn't stop there. Take the Helix Bridge, Singapore's longest pedestrian bridge. It's elegant, double helix modeled exactly on human DNA. Even when there are no plants, nature is still the blueprint. In Singapore, we don't just build in nature, we build like it.
Thanks for this story. Sustainability and compliance are in the DNA of our ChemCon delegates. How chemicals regulations are unraveled like DNA is something I will discuss with Virve Sihvola from ECHA. Virve, welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here as it's the 30th anniversary of ChemCon.
Thank you very much. With many ECHA people along the years, so happy to have you. Can you explain how ECHAChem, something developed by ECHA recently, helps companies with regulatory monitoring?
Yes. Keeping up with changes in regulatory field can be challenging. Chemical industry is continuously changing. With ECHAChem, we provide disseminated information. It comes from registrations, classification, labeling, inventory, all our regulatory activities and lists. They are all disseminated by ECHAChem, and that can help companies to stay up to date. They can see what kind of consultations are coming, maybe compare it to their portfolio, make constant decisions to keep up to date and be compliant.
And your statement is?
ECHAChem turns regulatory complexity into clear, proactive compliance management.
Virve, thank you for your statement. And now it's time for... This morning we will start with a workshop on regulatory monitoring and management, followed by a seminar on value chain values, visions and vulnerabilities. And in the afternoon, a seminar on downstream user, regulations, responsibilities and reflections. Thank you for watching, and for those here in Singapore, looking forward to seeing you at tonight's welcome reception.